Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to another episode of my Motogp 19 career mode. We have the opening episode uploaded yesterday, so be sure to go check that one out before you see this one, because, it was an interesting one. We had a, pretty good start to things. Practice was going well, pre-season went pretty decently as well, and then the race fell away from us, didn't it? Don't do this to me, no, come on, we're P14. Oh no, we're gonna get put on the line. We're P15, I will just about get my race objective. But we're back now for episode number 2, going to Argentina. We got some tips from you guys in the comments below as well about what to do around here. Definitely gonna not take in the soft tires into the race, and also maybe a little bit calmer on the entries to corners. Definitely that was the one thing even I could see. I was just going way too hot into all the corners. I need to try and lift off a little bit earlier in every kind of sense of the way, and also tuck in a little bit more. I don't believe, unless you guys can let me know in the comments below, I don't believe there's an auto tuck-in feature that I can see in these menus. I don't know if it's in the main menu set, but I can't see any in the race options or riding aids. Auto tuck-in, it seems to auto tuck-in if I just let go of the left trigger, because what I kept on doing was moving my weight forward of the rider, and that's not actually tucking it in, that's just moving the weight forward on the bike. So that was a bit odd. So if there is an auto tuck-in, then let me know, but I don't believe so, at least in these menus anyway. But anyway, we're going to get into it then. Round number 2, Argentina. The good thing is, last episode, first round, we got 1 point, got 15th place, so we met our race objective. Our reputation didn't move towards dismissal, or dismal, however you want to say. I think someone said in the comments below, could be either way, to be honest. But we got points, and we didn't, piss off the team massively. And at the time, to be fair, we outqualified our teammate by a huge margin. So there's some positives there. I think very much like I said, I think it seems right now I'm definitely more of a qualifying expert at Motogp than the race. But hopefully with this new knowledge of not using the soft tires in the race, I can do a little bit better and be a bit more consistent come the Grand Prix. But Argentina, I do not remember this track whatsoever from Motogp 18, so that's grand. So I'm sure this will go swimmingly. But we're going to do someone said do FP3, because if we do well enough in FP3, we can get straight into Q2 then, without having to do Q1. So we'll do that, and that's how we're going to do things. FP3, Q1, Q2, and the race. I probably will never show you too much of FP3, unless it's going to be a lap that gets me into the top 10, then I will show you that lap, and that's the way we're going to go about this. Still going to do the 25% race, because that seemed like a pretty decent race length, I think, actually. So let's get into it then. Argentina, it looks like a pretty okay circuit, actually. A lot of straights. I can already tell maybe that massive brake zone to the hairpin after that split time, that speed trap split, is going to be deadly for me. But, you know what, it can't go any worse than last time, really. And also, it's a circuit that F1 doesn't go to, so that's already a bonus. So, like Qatar, hopefully I can get up to speed quite quickly in practice and quali.
We are live again for the 3rd MotoGP free practice session. Remember that the riders who have recorded the 10 best times over the first 3 rounds will pass directly to the 2nd qualifying session.
And that is exactly what I just said. Thank you for confirming that, commentator. Top 10 going through. So let's hit it. Let's see. Okay. My man's already looking a bit more confident, just one race under his belt. We got this now. I feel like, we're seasoned veterans. Well, veterans a bit strong, but seasoned riders now, okay? We can go about business and not be too shaky. And now I know this knowledge of tyres. I'm now an expert, pretty much. I can go on and do many things. It's like when Jeremy Clarkson fixed that one thing in Top Gear on his car, and he just had this newfound confidence. Now that I know not to take in soft tyres, I know maybe to brake a little bit earlier, lift off earlier, maybe make sure I don't lean forward on the bike and tuck in. I can go and do many things in the race. I can win the race, maybe. There's endless possibilities now, so let's get into it. We've also got a development test, so that's interesting, and we've not had this before. So we've got, what's this then? Distance analysis. During this test, you're asked to complete a lap within a time limit, staying as close as possible to the ideal racing trajectory. This type of test is useful for the team engineers to collect data on the bend distance. Okay. That's going to get us some, low track affinity and high track affinity 10-10. So I'm going to mount the recommended tyres. So that's changed in the background there, I saw. And we've got 2 laps to do this. We've got to do a lap in under 1:44. I'm going to hold off on this, actually, for now. I'm going to quickly go out and do just 1 banker lap, try and get used to the circuit. Then I'm going to do these development tests. So this is the first, it's interesting, it's the first bit of R&D then that we've got in the career mode. But like I said, I'm going to do some test runs just to kind of get used to everything. So we've only got 1 set of hard tyres. 2 sets, sorry. I keep thinking these are front and rear. It's actually 2 different sets. So I'm going to use 1 set of hards just to kind of get used to things here. We've actually got 3 sets of rears, because obviously I think sometimes you might want to use hards on the rear and then maybe mediums on the front during the race. So we'll go with both hards for now, just to kind of get used to the lap, and then we'll do these R&D tests, or development tests rather, as they call them. Although it doesn't kind of make sense to me. The hard tyres are yellow wall, so in my mind that just messes with me, because obviously with F1 it's yellow's the soft compound, so that really messes with my head, because you got the softs being pretty much just white compound. Yeah, white compound. Then you got a grey, which kind of makes sense. You go a step harder, and then you go yellow, which is usually, meaning softer. You go to the hard tyres. Bit weird, but we'll get used to it. But let's go to the track. Flying lap. I hope so, mate. I hope so. And may I say, it's still hilarious to me. The laughing emoji, our number, is dotted around the entire circuit. Still can't get used to the level of customization on this game. It's insane. It's insane. It's something that F1 should really look into, because it is crazy. Right. Let's take this easy then and try and get used to this circuit. I think this is the last... Actually, you know what? I do remember actually a bit. No, hang on. I do remember this circuit a little bit, actually, from my time in MotoGP 18. Actually, this is one of the circuits I think Alto did on the early capture event I had at Milestone, with Milestone for this game, actually. So I think I'll be actually okay once I get used to it. But again, that's another thing. Stop trying to accelerate whilst in mid-apex there, because it stops the wobbles, of course. Little things that maybe I forgot from last year's game, pretty much. But one thing for sure, the tuck-in, I can already tell just on that mini straight it's going to be maybe an issue, because obviously, as far as I know, there's no auto tuck-in, and my instinct is to press forward on the left analog stick instead of just letting go of it and letting the tuck-in work. I don't know if this is even tucked in or not. It looks like it, because if I go forward, my guy takes his shoulders up and lifts his body as if he's raising the center of gravity. So I believe that's tucking in if I just let go of the analog stick. But I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. Maybe I'm just talking rubbish. Oh, no. Oh, well, that's the first excursion across the grass. That's decent. That corner definitely caught me out. And this one, oh my God, look at the camera on this corner. Right, that's going to catch me out a little bit as well. I'm going to go way too quickly from that left to right here. Oh, come on, right. I feel like this is going to be a slow process trying to get used to this again, because I've recorded some F1 earlier, and so I'm already back used to the fast turn-ins and whatnot, and not lifting off so much earlier through the corner. You get used to this again. Take it easy, calm. This is, it's the James May kind of riding, slow and steady will win the race in MotoGP, I feel. All right, popped in a few laps in practice. We're on the hard tyres, remember, so that's the thing to keep here, is that we're only, what's that, like 8/10 off our teammate? He's on mediums. We're on 2 sets of hards as well, on front and rear. So I think that's pretty okay, and we've already done lap time 1:44. The development test was 1:44.9, and that's, I think, with... Well, I don't know what tyres it will actually be on. I think it looks like mediums, I want to say, if I click mount recommended tyres. So, going to go ahead and try this first one. Then we'll go with race simulation and quick lap simulation. And hopefully try and get through all of these. I mean, we've only got 31 minutes left in FP3, but should be able to get through all the R&D stuff. Well, hopefully. But let's just go for it and see how we do. So, this one is all about staying as close as we can to the racing line, basically. But also trying to get in this within the lap time. So... we just about did the lap time on hard tyres. Definitely didn't stay as close as I could to the racing line, though. So that'll be the trickiest thing, to be honest, is trying to get the lap time and stay close to the line. And what on earth? Okay, cool. Dovi just tried to take me out there as he entered the pit lane. Cool. Love that, mate. Love the sabotage straight away. Right, try and stay on the racing line as close as we can. And also, what's gone on there? Right. The racing line disappeared for me on the main straight. It's only turning up in the corners. Is that part of the test? I'm not too sure, but we'll try and get this time down. You know what? I'm going to follow Abraham if I can, but I'm probably going to overtake him now. We're getting pretty close to him. We're literally ramming him through the corner, and track affinity is going a little bit low. Oh, so that must be it. Okay, we get high, we can get all 20 points. If I get low, I only get 10. So let's stick with this here. Racing line is just about here, I think. So let's stick with this. Tuck in. Right, we're about halfway in the middle of high and low. That's okay, but we need to try and do better. Right, slow. Stay to the racing line. No, we're going a little bit wide. Cut back in. Get back on it. No, we're going to the low section. This isn't good. I can already feel... I think a low development's going to happen here, boys. I don't think we can stay on the racing line too well. Already deviating. I'm going to deviate massively here. No, I went too fast there. No, I lost all the composure I had on my practice laps. So when I've got to do other stuff other than ride, it's difficult because the concentration goes. You think about other stuff. And also, Abraham, piss off, mate. I'm trying to do an R&D test here, and you're literally fumbling it right in front of me. Like, piss off, mate. Brake and go for a different part of this. I'm sure you've got some tests to do. Found, he's in my way again. Oh my god, on the apex, mate. Get a grip. Go away, mate. Go away. No one likes you. Jesus. Right, across the line. And that's 144. We've done one lap. We are just about above the low target, so that's okay. I think we're just aiming for low, to be honest. Just that 10 points, not the 20. But Abraham again is going for another lap, and he's gonna be ahead of it. You know what? I need to get past him this corner. Go down the inside, overtake him. That's gonna cost me a bit of track affinity, but whatever. I need to get away from Abraham because he's causing me many issues here, and I've wobbled. That's not good. I'm going to finish out lap number 2 again. It's literally side by side with Abraham across the line. But there we go. We've got the track affinity of low. So we've got 10. Couldn't get the 20. That's unfortunate, but not too surprised, to be honest, obviously. So that test is done. So we've got that. I'm not going to try again and go for high. I don't think that's possible. Right, we've got race simulation. So we've got to do 144s for... Well, if we do 5 laps, we get 20 points in total. So I'll try my best. A quick lap simulation, we've just got 1. I'm going to do that. Actually, I'm going to do this quick lap simulation first. So we've got 1 lap on soft tyres. If we do better than 143, 221, then we get 20 points. It looks like if we just about match it, we get 10. So let's try that out. Mount the soft tyres. Let's try this out. Bang! This should be the thing I'm good at, you know, qualifying. And we've done it. Boom! 1 lap. We've got 10 and 10. Not only got the objective, we also improved upon it. So that's 20 points in the bag. So total, we've got 30 development points right now. If I can do 3 laps at least of 144.2s, we'll get another 10. And then if we do 5, we get another 10. I don't know what the actual value will be because I haven't seen how much upgrades cost or whatever, or what this is going to go towards essentially, like it is in F1 with the R&D tree. But it's looking good, you know. At least pass 2 tests, and we'll hopefully pass this one as well. No issue. And so looking good. So and we've got plenty of time, 23 minutes left, so we can do this test and then also try and bag a top 10 time maybe to get into the Q2 session. I mean, right now we're already P4 actually on the live session time. We're already P4. Right behind Marquez. So looking pretty good. My teammates way down the order. So again, looking good on the 1 lap pace. Just about really how we do in the race then. But obviously we'll get to that bridge once we'll cross that bridge once we get to it. But let's do the racing. Well, I've taken the scientific decision to just bun it. We don't need those extra development points. You know what? It would be too harsh of us to get those extra points against the AI because we're just that good. So, you know what? We're just going to sit here, watch the live timings. We're P5. Let's see if we drop any lower than P10. But if not, we could make our way straight into Q2. And I will just get on with this, you know? And just like that, with just over a minute to go, we're sitting pretty in our lucky number 7, actually. P7 slot here in FP3. So we should be good to get through into Q2. Lap time-wise, looking really good. Obviously, though, the real test will be Q2 then, how I can fare on those laps against everyone on the kind of qualifying spec on the soft tyres. And also, then comes the race, because let's not forget, come race time, last episode, the first race, started pretty well. We're in the lead at one point, and then we dropped down all the way to P15 in the span of 6 laps. So let's not get ahead of ourselves once again. There's a long way to go to actually get some solid points and get more than 1 point in the race. But right now, it's looking good. We can just calm down. 20 seconds to go, and we'll just jump straight into Q2. Meanwhile, our teammate is in a pathetic 20th place. So this is the time where I get my smug face out and just feel pretty good about myself.
The first qualifying session is over, and now we're back with live coverage of the second round, where the 12 riders with the best times from free practice and first qualifying sessions take each other on.
And this is where we step in. None of those Q1, that's where the peasants are. This is the real stuff. Here we are then. Marquez, Rossi, Rins, Dovi, Vinales, Morbidelli, and myself there in the top 7. Then Petrucci, Crutchlow, Miller, Nakajima made it in, and then Esparago as well. Our teammate was not too far off, actually. He was 4 positions off, maybe making it through, actually. So he did quite well, actually, compared to what he did in qualifying. So here we are then, stepping into the garage the first time here on qualifying day. And it's time to do the business. Right, tyres, soft tyres. Let's put those on. We've got plenty of softs, I think. Yeah, we haven't even used any. We used 1 set. My bad. We used 1 set in the R&D test, but we're all good here to use 2 sets of softs on the qualifying run. All right, it should be pretty calm right now. So let's go straight out. Want a clean track. Don't want any pilot called Abraham to get in the way again. I was about to say, what is he going to finish that sentence with? Like, is he looking to set a good time or what? Like, what else are you looking to do on the track? But yeah, it makes sense. Maybe change the setup, a little tiny tweak before you do the real run. But I suspect that would be quite a bad call. That'd be quite a bad thing to do, making setup changes this late on into the whole, well, weekend basically, like Q2. You'd like to think your bike's pretty much ready for the qualifying and the race at this point. Right, let's do the business here. Try and put in a good lap time. And I can already see my timing has been horrendous. There's 2 bikes out ahead of me. Rossi's one of them. Hopefully, he's on the outlap, but he's Rossi, so let's hope he doesn't hold me up here. He's experienced enough not to know not to hold me up, even if I am just a peasant rookie in his eyes. Hopefully he doesn't, and so far it's been actually okay here on this lap. The soft tyres giving a lot of grip. I haven't had the luxury of this so far in the session. I've had a front soft tyre, but I don't think I've used both softs in the session quite yet, so this is quite a difference in grip in the corners. End of the lap, Vinales getting in the way a little bit through the last corner. Oh, massively gets in the way there. We wobble across 144.5 there. I think that's pretty good, because I think earlier in the practice session, it was like 141s was the kind of times to aim for, at least in the R&D and stuff like that. So I think that'll be pretty okay. So let's go back to the pits then, see how that does. But pretty okay. Apart from the end of that lap, that was a pretty clean one, I think. So let's see, live session. Let's fast forward this baby, a few more. Let's see how we go then. Obviously, no one yet to set a time, so let's see what they pop in there. Petrucci, 141, Rins, 141. Looks like the times are looking good, boys. And so, once again, maybe calls into question the difficulty. This game is very tricky on difficulty level. It's definitely needs some tweaking in terms of how things work around here, because I shouldn't really be able to do this well on 70% AI, but also I do have a lot of assists still on, so maybe that's something. Maybe I need to fully now just take off the breaker, the joint brakes. Maybe that's going to be the big difference here of that. But then I'll just start, crashing off the bike every single second, so that's what I'm worried about. All right, we've done some more tweaking to the difficulty, bumped up by another 10%, so I think we're at 80% AI. I've kept the same assists though, and we'll see how this goes, because obviously there's a caveat of in the race as well. Even if we do qualify pole again in these conditions, we probably will just go backwards. So let's see how this goes now. I'm going to wait a little bit, because last time we got some traffic at the start of our lap, and then we'll set ours. I actually want to see, to be honest, the good thing is, let's let other people set their lap times first. Then I can kind of see what a good lap time is, what I'm sort of aiming for, and then we'll sort of know if we're going to be towards the front of this top 12 pack or not, basically. But actually, it looks like no one has gone out yet. It's been like a few minutes. No one's setting a time yet. Everyone's sat in the gate. Are they all waiting for me? What's going on here? Is this a glitch? We've got literally 10 minutes now to go. No one's set a lap time. Okay, so I see some people going out, but no one's set a time yet. I don't know what's going on. But we're down to P12 now. If I go back, live session, no, nothing's like... I don't know what's going on there, but you know what? We'll just go out anyway. Session time not sufficient for a guided setup, that's fine. Change tyres, we'll switch to 2 sets of softs. We'll go out and set our time then, and stop worrying about everyone else. Go to track, flying lap, right. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully I can try and match the lap time I did last time, basically, when I would, before this redo, essentially, of bumping up the difficulty, was like a 140. I think I set a 149 or 148, so if I can try and get that, I'll be pretty pleased, because that was a pretty good lap. But obviously, like I said in the first episode, the consistency is something I definitely don't have on this game yet, so let's see how this goes then. So far, okay, into turn 1. Bit of a ghost town, to be honest. I can't lie. I mean, no one's around me. And I'm kind of worried there's some sort of weird glitch going on, because no AI is saying lap times either. So, I don't know. Right now, we're still P7. Let's just see how this goes then. Maybe I'll mess things up by changing difficulty mid-session or something like that. I don't know. But so far, pretty tidy actually there. Cross the line, 141. 1. So a little bit slower than the previous one I did, but still pretty good. I'm on pole position now. That's because no one set a time. I honestly think I've somehow glitched the game now. I'm convinced of it, and no one set a time. And now they are. Okay, so that's a bit weird. They only started taking times once I had done one. I don't know if that's how the AI work, maybe, but Dovey goes faster, 140.2. That's a bit more like it, I think. 8/10 off someone like Dovey. I'll expect that to be the case. So I think now that's pretty okay in terms of the AI speed. So let's just fast forward this through. Let's see how this goes. We're down to P8, P10, P12. If I set a better time, I could get up into P9, actually. So let's try and do a better time. We've got how many minutes left? We've got 5 minutes left, so... let's change tyres again, go to another set of soft tyres. I reckon I could try and slot in there with a 148. Yeah, that's only like 4/10, and I feel like I know where I've lost those 4/10 on the lap as well. So let's go again, second lap, and try and get a little bit higher up the grid. A bit of a shaky start to the lap. Got the rear tyre on the grass, not the best way to start things, but let's try and now calm things down. A little bit wide into turn 1, but not too bad, actually, compared to what I was doing at Qatar a lot of the time. An okay lap, a little bit scruffy. Across the line, 140 dead. And that is a much better lap time. And that gets, well, that gets me pole position. I don't know anymore. I keep going higher and higher on difficulty. And I keep matching it as I go. I don't know. You can't call this a noob career anymore because I'm matching 80 AI now. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it really is time to take off the brake assist, but I feel like as soon as I do, I really genuinely feel like every time I tap on the front brakes, I'm just going to get the guy flying off the front handlebars. But, oh no, we'll see how the race goes. I want to see how the race goes, because the race was a lot tougher in the first episode. So let's see how episode 2 goes now, this second race at Argentina. So we'll just go to the end, and we'll see how Sunday goes.
That's the end of the second and last qualifying session, and we can finally see the grid positions that await us in tomorrow.
But there you go, a man with an emoji as a number is in P1. So really, everyone should just be embarrassed. I mean, come on, there's a laughing emoji on the top row, on the top point. So what could go wrong?
Here we are live from the Motogp class starting grid, where riders and engineers are talking over the last few details before the start of the race.
Right, for the race, we're going to take in the front medium and the rear hard tyres because, well, that was the actual configuration we did in the development tests, and the bike felt pretty good, actually, not too bad. And the hard tyres in practice that we did, I think we did like, what was it, maybe 5 laps, I think, in practice, and they're down to 39%. So I think just about right for a 6-lap race that we do hard tyres in the rear. Mediums hopefully hold on the fronts. Obviously, that was the major issue in Qatar, is I lost just all sense of grip. So from pole here, on mediums and hards, maybe we don't get such an electric start like we did at Qatar. That's maybe probably a reason why we got electric start. It's because we're on soft tyres. But now this will hopefully hold me steady for the race. Objective still top 15, so still aiming for that 1 point, but I'm going to try and see if we can at least make it into the top 10. I'm going to say minimum. I'm not going to say top 5 yet. Let's just say top 10, and then we'll go from there.
Everything here is ready to start the race at Termas de Rio Hondo. Riders just have one thing on their mind now, being the first to cross the finish line.
Right, let's go on the same row as Dovey and Marquez. We go to 5 red lights for the Argentinian GP, and they're on the way. Is it a good start? I think it is, compared to Dovey and Marquez. Yeah, a good start again from me, but into turn 1, this will be crucial. Try and get into the apex early, a little bit wide, and try and get the nose turned a little bit more and try and cut off any people. And oh my god, the heavier fuel loads, the 6-lap race difference to qualifying showing there a little bit too early on the power. And oh my god, straight away, I think that's Dovey, sent one down the inside there. It's kind of weird how the name tags don't pop up when you're so close to them. But Dovey's into the lead. I'm squirming around everywhere. We're down to P2, but I'm going to come back at him now. Down the straight, get some toe, get slipstream. Maybe dive to the hairpin. No. Dovey's got some good straight line speed on us. We're going to lift off early, real early. Nice and easy. Right, that's good. Oh, no. A little bit wide. Okay, definitely the bike being a little bit heavy is hurting me, I think. I don't know if the fuel really affects things. Might just be the tyres, actually, to be honest. Mediums and hards versus the softs I was used to. Even worn softs would be better than this right now in terms of the grip levels and the lap times. But this will pay dividends later on in the race. But right now, I'm keeping up with Dovey. Keeping him in my sights here. Behind me, Marquez in P3. Let's just try and stay in this pack. Right, end of lap 1, on to lap 2. Dovey still leads. Myself still P2, though, so I'm very happy with that. Marquez, though, I think he'll be a danger. He's got to be a danger at some point in this race. But I'm just trying my best to keep this gap. This visual gap here we've got with Dovi, I've kept that the entire time, so that's at least one good thing I've got going for me right now. I just need to try and follow his racing lines, to be honest, and try and mimic him a little bit here. That's definitely, just like F1, I feel like sometimes I do drive or ride faster when I'm behind AI, because I try and, you get kind of tunnel vision for just them, and you're chasing them down. It's a yardstick to aim for, whereas from the lead, it's sometimes difficult because you're controlling the race from, the people behind you, basically, so let's try and see if we can try and hold this through. I was very wide here before. Now, a little bit better. Still a little bit wide, but a lot better than before. But that wobble's still there. Try and get the power down a bit early. Right, sit rep, boys. We're on lap number 3 right now, and Marquez is catching me. Dovi's waltzed away. He's gone in this race. 2 seconds the gap, and now these guys, again, even with the medium and hard tyres, I feel like their tyre wear, the consistency of the AI will kick in here, and this is when they can try and pounce on me, and you can see already being swamped, and Marquez down my inside. We do this switchback move on him, and we're battling Marquez. Did the switchback move on Marquez. Petrucci's also in there, though. I think he's P4 just behind Marquez, but I think he lost a lot of time there. Went wide before, but now looking behind me, he's not helping me because I'm not going to get the brake zone quite right. A little bit wide here. Marquez will be on the inside, I'm guessing. Yes, he will. We battle, though. Ooh, very close, and my bike's squirming all over the place. So I try and get the power down early, try and match Marquez there. But it's proving difficult, and Marquez has got me. He's in the faster bike, though. Let's remember, this entire time, these guys should be swamping me because they are in faster bikes. We're in the KTM Red Bull. They should be past me with the Repsol Honda. But we're putting up a good fight here. Switching back. It's actually been a really nice battle here with Marquez. Really, really nice battle. We go around the outside. I tried it. Let's try and use the rear brake a little bit. Try and cut in a little bit tighter. Get the power down earlier. It doesn't really work too much as well as it does in F1 there. And Marquez is through into P2. We're down to P3 now. Petrucci would be next maybe. Right. Got to survive 3 more laps then. I'll remember, we're aiming for P10. That's what I said. Top 10. So we're P3 right now. Halfway through the GP. Looking okay. P4 maybe. If Petrucci tries to get me, we're going to cut him off a little bit. It really is survive MotoGP right now. Petrucci down my inside very easily. I've gone the grass a little bit there. Trying to get a bit too eager. Lift off there. Get the power down now. Bit of a wobble, but we're going to come back at him now. We're back up into P3. Looking behind. He's still there. We might make a move on the outside, Going to lift off. Brake. Going to keep the inside line if I can. But inevitably, I'm going to go a little bit wide here. He's going to try and maybe go down my inside. No. Actually, I've done quite well there. Actually, Petrucci didn't get such a good exit there. Oh, Petrucci's crashed behind me. There's now Rins is in P4, so he's the man chasing me. I didn't really see the crash with Petrucci. Don't know what happened to him. I tried to look back on the replay camera, but unfortunately the replay shows it from the start of the race, actually. Mid-race, I'm quite impressed that it shows a replay from the start of the GP. But now, it's not even Rins now. It's someone else that I can't see the name tag yet. M-L-I-L, and we pushed him wide no matter what, so that's good. Gone wide though. Miller. It's Miller. And bike very wobbly. Is that Rossi now? I think Rossi's got involved as well. Rins has got me as well. We're down to P. Well, I don't know what this would be. Viñales in there. No, that's Viñales. My bad. Thought it was Rossi. Viñales. Can we go and get a good exit? Come on. No, they're swamping me now. And the bike's wobbling everywhere. Back through down the inside. 3 wide there. Right, back up into P4. Rins next. Viñales, though, gets me in a straight line. They get me in a straight line as well. This is when maybe the tuck-in's not helping me, but I don't know. I just don't know what the tuck-in button is. There's no assigned controller button, at least that I know of. And there's no auto feature. I'm just not too sure. And no! Well, that's the first major wobble of the entire episode. I've had to rewind here in terms of qualifying race conditions. We pushed, or tried to push, Crutchlow round. We're down to P7 now, so this is where the crunch time's coming now, pretty much, can we even keep this P10? As once again, the AI get me late on in the race. Catching back to Viñales, though, as we go through into the last 2 corners. Going to take it easy. I need to get a good exit. We've gone really wide. Nearly gone to the pit lane there. And now Crutchlow's got me. And that was a horrendous line. Rossi's now down my inside there. So I just finessed myself. I try to do something fancy by thinking, okay, if I go wide here, cut in, it's not going to work. It's not like F1, and now Rossi's down my inside. Obviously, would be, though. These guys are in better bikes, you've got to remember. But still, it's a little bit disheartening being so far up and then just going down and down. It's the final lap, though. Let's just try and remain in P8, maybe. And, oh, dear. Even with the medium and hard tyres, the bike's feeling very twitchy. The tyre wear is really the thing that kills me off. And I can't remember. I don't think I did probably turn on the tyre wear, maybe MotoGP 18, or maybe it's just easier in MotoGP 18 with the tyre wear, because this game certainly is a lot harder. Catching back up to Rossi, actually, though. Hang on. Do I dare even try anything on Rossi? I mean, we're not close enough right now, but can you imagine if I could actually try and overtake Rossi and send one? Easy does it. Easy. Stick that racing line. Easy on the throttle. No, don't swerve. Don't swerve. Come on, last lap. Last lap. Let's just hold this through in P8. Right, last 3 corners. I hate this corner. I'm not good at it. There, AI gets me. We're down to P9. Can we come back at him, though? Maybe. Here we go. This is battling for P8 on the last corners. I've got to get this corner right. I've got to nail this. Down the inside. No, 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 no. No. Use the rear brake. Come on. You know, think about saying it wasn't a noob career. Yeah, it's still very much a noob career. Oh, last corner. So close to P8, but we'll get P9. I think this will be. So at least that's something. Cross the line at Argentina. P9. I'll take that. We've thoroughly, again, beaten our teammate anyway as well. You got to remember. So there we go. Dovi wins. Marquez second. Rins in third. I was P9. Where is my teammate? Teammate's in P15. So he got points as well. Double points paying position for the team. I'll take that. So championship-wise, what is that going to be for me then? We've got 7 points there. So 8 points in total. We're ahead of the likes of Lorenzo, so I'm pretty happy with that, actually. And we're, 7 points ahead of my teammate. So doing good, actually, despite the bit of a negative feeling and vibe in that race. But as a team, we are... Where are we? We are in third last place. But we're ahead of the... We're ahead of the factory Red Bull KTM team. Which I assume they're meant to be the faster team. So we're ahead of them. So I think we're doing pretty damn amazing then. In that case, in hindsight, absolutely amazing actually.
Today's result was very positive, as you can tell from the mechanics' reaction in the pit. Of course, there's still a little more to go to make the podium, but they are definitely on the right path.
He's too generous. He said little more. I think probably miles to go till the podium, lad. But I like your faith. I like your faith of it's just a little step to go. But there we go. Actually getting quite close to team leader there. So I should think so, because we've beaten him twice now. So maybe next episode we could be a team leader. Obviously we failed some tests there, but in total we got 30 points still from that for R&D. So all in all, I think a much better episode 2. Still, things to improve, but obviously it's early days. It's early days in this career mode. So guys, if you did enjoy that, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and let me know again of improvements, and let me know about that auto tucking or whatever, because for the life of me I can't see it in the menus. Anyway, I might just be being blind. Of course, I am clinically blind in some kind of way. But yeah, anyway guys, if you are new around here, do get subscribed for more of this Motogp 19 career mode. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.